staying at served free breakfast, so we got our breakfast, relaxed a little bit, and then headed over to the course by about 10, I would say. So we arrived there right around 10:30. The course is about a half an hour away. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm welcome back to another video. So before we jump into today's video, I would just like to say I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted for you guys about the Kentucky Junior Olympic preview video. I really like talking about what I thought my predictions for the course, time, and placement would be. And yeah, I'm really excited to be back again here to tell you guys about what happened and what place I got and the time and the course in that race. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's probably really all I have to say for this part of the intro, and now let's move into today's topic for the video. So, as you guys probably guessed from the beginning, as I told you, today's video is going to be about recapping Kentucky. So we'll be talking about what happened before, during, and after the race, what happened the day before the race, because I went the day before to walk the course. I will tell you about the night before dinner, I will tell you about the night after dinner, and I will tell you about coming home, basically. Yeah, so that's probably all I have to say for this intro of the video, and now let's move into our first block of the video, the day before the race. Alright guys, in this first block of the video, I'm going to be telling you guys what happened the day before the race. So this block will include walking the course, I will tell you guys what the course looked like the day before the race, and the dinner I had before the race. Actually, both dinners I had before the race, because I actually had two. But yeah, so let's start off with what the course looked like. So we woke up at a pretty normal time. The hotel that we were staying at served free breakfast, so we got our breakfast, relaxed a little bit, and then headed over to the course by about 10, I would say. So we arrived there right around 10:30. The course is about a half an hour away, and we met Joe in the parking lot. He told us all about the race. He gave us our actually, he didn't give us our bibs, but he told us all about the race. He told us the competition. He told me my competition would be coming from Rain City Flyers, who, by the way, did a great job in the race the next day. They actually ended up winning the 11-12 boys team title for cross country. So congratulations, shout out to all of them and their team, and Rain City Flyers in general. They're a great team. But yeah, so they'd be my competitors. After that, we walked up, looked at the merchandise a little bit, and then we started walking the course. So the course was relatively the first about probably first you went down a straightaway and then took a turn. So the straightaway was pretty decent. It was a slight downhill, and then it was flat the rest of the way, so that was pretty nice. Once you hit the turn, it was a very sharp right-hand turn, and then it went left, a long curve all the way around, straight, and then you turned on the race. Nobody would be able to see you, but you turned into like the back end of the course, and the next day the camera wouldn't take that part into consideration because they didn't have cameras back there. But yeah, so you basically round that turn into the back stretch of the course. The first thing you do when you take that turn is go down a long, winding hill. So this hill, we knew the next day it was supposed to rain the night before, and it definitely rained, more than we expected. But we knew that hill, it was just grass and mud already, so we knew it was just going to become even more muddy. So we said, try to stay on. Actually, this was the day before. Try to stay on the sidelines and don't try to go in the middle, because that's where everyone's run. So that's where it's going to get muddiest. You then took a turn, went straight. You hit the first hill with 2K to go, and then once you hit that first hill, you went down. Then you went up another big hill, came down. Then you took a left-hand turn, went straight, took a right-hand turn, and then hit the biggest hill of the entire course. And then you went over that hill, took a left-hand turn, and then went straight down into a hill and back up onto the course. So we did this while walking. Again, this is just the course preview. But then we basically went straight down. It was up a mini hill, took a right-hand turn, went down a long winding hill, took a long left-hand turn, a sharp one, into a slight uphill, that uphill wasn't super big. The two biggest hills were on the back end of the course. They were one, and then after the next one, the second one. So basically, the two hardest hills were one after the other, so you could just get them out of the way. But then so basically, once you got up the hill, you took a right-hand turn, went straight, took another right-hand turn, looping around, and then you're heading straight. Then we went all the way down, went down a long hill, came over, and once you hit the bottom of like where the fencing is, you go up a steep, long slope, and the finish line is right at the top of that hill. So then you'll flatten out a little bit, and then you'll see the finish line. So that's basically all I have to see for the course. We did walk the course. Me and my dad, we walked both the 2K course and my course. Me and my dad ran the course, and we walked my teammate Kaylin's course. So we got 4 walks in. It was a lot. But basically, her course wasn't that much different. It was just a bit more rolling hills and more mud. Just extra K to get in the distance. So not that much. So that's probably really all I have to say for this first block of the video. And now to move on to our second block of the video, the next day before the race. Alright guys, in the second block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened the next day before the race. So I am very sorry that I didn't get to tell you about the dinners the previous night before this race today, or the day I ran it. So we basically went out. I went out to dinner with my whole team, and then I came back and got some sushi because that's my previous meal, obviously, as you guys know. So that's basically what we did for dinner. Enough of that. Enough of the first block. Let's move on to the second one. So the day before the race, I was nervous from the moment I woke up from breakfast. The night before, there had been torrential tornadoes, and we were about almost 200 miles away from the tornadoes, just wiping down Kentucky. They said that was the second biggest tornado that they've ever had in the U.S.'s history. And what a coincidence, we're down there in 2021 to witness the second biggest tornado in the U.S.'s history. They said it was the worst one one of the worst one in the last 50 years of the entire history of the U.S. So who would have thought the one night we were down there, or for the 2 nights we were down there? Of course, it happened. I mean, obviously. Anyways, they did. The morning before, they actually delayed the race an hour, so I got to sleep in an extra hour, which also meant I ran an hour later, but I got to sleep in an extra hour, so it evens out. So slept in an extra hour, was nervous in the moment I woke up, went down to get some breakfast, we then headed over the course. We then got ready for the first race. It was not warm, and the course was, how do I put this nicely? It was treacherous. The course was awful. There was nothing but mud in sight. We almost slid into someone else's car when we were driving into the parking lot. That's how bad the mud was. We almost slid into someone's car. We'd been there for literally 10 seconds. So, I couldn't imagine being there for the next 2 hours. It only got worse. Let me just tell you, it only got worse. So, we went up the hill to go, get to the starting line, and, we see this mud pile that looks like absolute disaster. I mean, literally, it looked like you took the ground, frosted it with a layer of mud, and then again, a third time, and then a fourth time, and a fifth time. It looked like you frosted the ground like 5 times with mud. You couldn't see a single blade of grass in sight. It was impossible. So basically, we had to walk through that the whole time. But we watched the first race, was my sister's race. She did a great job. So shout out to her for doing an amazing job in her race. And then after her race, it came Tyler's race. My friend who was running in the 11-12-year-old, and my teammate who was running in the 11-12-year-old girls. As we were warming up and as she was on the line, me and my dad were in the warm-up area. Tyler was on the line ready to race, and the gun was about to go off. To make matters worse, a giant just rainstorm whipped through the course, and it felt like hail was raining down on you. The temperature changed from like okay cold to like I don't want to be here no more cold. Like that's how quick, in like 10 minutes. This went on for 10 minutes and the temperature dropped by like, it felt like 50 degrees. It felt like it was like 0 degrees out. So yeah, that was awful. But other than that, Tyler went off without a hitch. After the rainstorm, me and my dad finished warming up. I got on the line with all my other teammates in Region 1 in the box. And we were off on our journey to the finish line at Junior Olympics. Yeah, guys, so that's probably all I have to say for this second block of the video. And now let's move on to our third block of the video, the during the race block. Alright, guys, in this third block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened during the race. So, as I told you guys in the last block, I stepped on the starting line in Region 1 with all my other friends from Region 1, all the guys who ran at regionals. We stepped on the line, the gun went off, and we were gone. So from the get-go, from the gun, I got a terrible start. It was awful. My start was really bad. I wasn't expecting the gun to go off. Because, first of all, they blew a whistle, then they blew the gun. It was like, I don't know why they do it, but I wasn't expecting the gun to go off. Normally, I have someone stand in front of me and blow the gun. This time, they stood on the side and blew the gun, so it was really frustrating. But yeah, so anyways, I got a bad start, but whatever, that was not my concern. So, I basically tried to go down the hill and just get an okay spot and just relax and just start making my way up slowly. Don't waste all the energy, but just try to make the way up slowly. We came down the straightaway, around the turn. My dad and my sister were right there. My dad in the neon orange hat and shirt, and my sister with her purple jacket on. I didn't hear them. I kind of saw them, but not really. We took that long left-hand turn, and just then we went to the backside. On that hill, I tried to make up some ground on people because I knew people would have. Some people would go out too fast. They would fade back, and I could catch some of them. Not all, but some. I then went down the straightaway where it was muddy, and up the tiny hill with 2K to go. I did make somewhat of a way up to the leaders. So there was like 3 groups at this point. There was like two. So there was like a leader group, and then there was like a separate group. I was in the other group, so I tried to keep telling myself, keep calm, you're good. I made it up that steep hill with my dad and my sister right there for me. I took that sharp left-hand turn up the hill, straight down the hill, up, and then it was basically we're out of the woods, and it was all you had to go home. Nothing left. You want to leave it all on the course. Went down, went up the hill, took the turn. This is when Davis was right. This is when one of the people who I was competing against, Zach Davis, he was right in front of me, and I was trying to pass him. It was hard because all he did was I mean this in a really nice way. Again, it was a lot of nudging and a lot of shoving and a lot of pushing. So basically, I just tried to make my way past him. We went up the hill. We took the right-hand turn. We took that long wind through. We were at the straightaway. I was still hanging on, but I couldn't catch. Down the hill, around the bend. I made my move at the bottom of that hill. Went up the hill, kept going up, saw the finish line. Saw the finish line right there. Nothing else. I looked at the finish line and said, if you beat Davis, you're good. I made it as nice as possible. Also, shout out to Davis. He was a great competitor. And he did end up beating me at the line. And yeah, so he was a very great competitor today. I mean, all of them were. Everyone was. Because this course was terrible. It was muddy and it was dirty. Yeah, so after I crossed the finish line, I went over to my mom and talked to her for a little bit. And everyone else. Yeah, guys, so that's probably all I have to say for this third block of the video. And now let's move on to our fourth block of the video. The last one, the after the race block. Alright, guys, in this final block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened after the race. So after the race, like I did at regionals, I found out that I finished 11th. And after reviewing the times, I didn't know at the time, but my final time was 11:17. That was my net time. So basically, like I was at regionals, I congratulated everyone. A lot of people came up and congratulated me. I was not happy. I was pretty mad that I was mad because I wanted to do well, and I thought that 11 wasn't that well, even though my parents kept telling me, and my coach and everyone else kept telling me the 11th was really good. But yeah, I just didn't believe it at the time. I think that now, but I just didn't believe it at the time. So a lot of people came up to congratulate me. I congratulated a lot of people as well. The winner actually came up to me and congratulated me, and I told him about Jacksonville and how I ran the 3,000 there, and I congratulated him on the tradition being passed on to a new one. Yeah, so that's probably about it. After a while, I wanted to go back to the car because my feet were freezing. I took some pictures with Patrick, the kid I took some pictures with Patrick. I did mention him back in one of the first videos we ever made, actually. In our first 10 vlogs, it was back at the Gordon College track meet that I met Patrick for the first time. And yeah, so we took some pictures together. And then I went back to the car to change my shoes because my feet were freezing. It was so cold there. It was probably like 35 degrees, maybe 40 degrees. Although with the wind was terrible, and so was the mud. Plus, I had just been running through that. My body temperature had dropped so much. So I stuck on a jacket, some gloves, a hat. Actually, I had to stick on my dad's gloves because my gloves were soaked. And yeah, so we went to the car. We changed my shoes. We had a little bit of struggle because all the spikes were covered in mud. And yeah, we went back. We collected the medal, took a few pictures with the medal, and looked at the merchandise for a little bit, but decided not to get any because the line was too long. And then we said we actually had to help Joe push. Actually, wait, no. We stayed to watch Kaylin run as well. Kaylin did an amazing job. It was a really good performance by all the Catherine, Tyler, and Kaylin today. You guys all did spectacular, and I am really I'm just proud of all of you. I mean, for how far not just us four, but our entire team has come in the last 3-4 months is incredible, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds in indoor and beyond that. I mean, indoor, next year's outdoor cross country, and years to come for this team. This team is going to be spectacular, and I can just see, more. I can see really great athletes being produced from this team. But yeah, so congratulations to everyone. We had to help Joe push his car out in the mud because it was so muddy and so disgusting that Joe's car got stuck, so we helped him push it out. We got in our car, and we headed back to the hotel. So that night, we went to the pool, and we ordered some sushi, and we ordered some merchandise because we did order some merchandise because we didn't get the merchandise there. We ordered it online. I watched the video, the live stream video of cross country, and yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it for this night. And then we went to sleep, packed up, and we left to go home next day. Yeah, guys, so that's probably really all I have to say for this final block of the video. And now let's move on to, and that's probably going to do it for today's video. So let's move on to our recap. Alright, guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about what happened before, during, and after the race. I hope you enjoyed listening to what happened the day before and what happened after. At the time of recording this, you guys aren't watching today, but at the time of me recording this, it's actually my birthday. So comment down in the live chat how old you think I am. And yeah, so that's probably really what I'm gonna do. It's probably gonna do it up for today's video. And once again, congratulations to my teammates and everyone who ran this race. All athletes who actually competed in this event, because it was freezing, it was cold, it was muddy, it was disgusting, and I couldn't be prouder of everyone who ran this, that came out and just ran with all of us. I mean, it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's probably really all I have to say for that. Stick around for today's quote. I know you guys are going to love it, like always. And if you have suggestions, comment down in the live chat, because I do want suggestions for quotes that you guys like. So live chat's down there. Go click it in the description. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.